sent me a post. We're streaming. It's good. We're just setting some stuff up here as we go. We're getting ready to start the event. I'll make sure TikTok gets into the mix. Good morning, everybody. Hope you can hear me. We're just doing some quick testing to make sure audio is working. We're about to have everyone start the event. So if you can hear me, please let me know. Just a confirmation that everything's working the way it's supposed to be. I hear me. I hope you hear me too. Oh, Chief is here. We're going to put the front camera back on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Everybody, as I sneak into the corner here, I'm just testing. Yeah, it's picking up everything that off the speaker, so I'm trying to stay back away. But we're about to get started with Blue Screen Launch. Just a few minutes. Just a few moments. We're doing just that.
May I ask everyone to take their seats? We'll be starting in a couple minutes. Thank you. Good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. In the car. Oh, good. Nice car. I think I'd have the same challenge you're having as the commute. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe from this bed.
Yeah. Well, here. I suspect there's some headquarters action for me in the future. At some point. So, but yeah. Okay, may I ask everyone to take their seats? We're going to start in about 1 minute. Okay, good morning, everyone. We're going to get started. Okay, good morning, everyone. And a special welcome to members of our community who are attending police headquarters for the first time. My name is Paul Rinkoff. Welcome to this year's Police Week kickoff event. Before I introduce our honored guests, may I ask you to direct your attention to the staircase on my right, that's your left, as we proudly launch this year's Police Week celebrations with an exhibit of our services leaders and diverse opportunities that are available to our members and, of course, to those who are considering becoming members of the Toronto Police Service. Thank you. Our honored guests, I'll introduce shortly, may be seated. Thank you to our piper, Sergeant Ian McDonald. For those of you who may not know, Sergeant McDonald began playing the pipes at the age of 8 and was taught by his father, Pipe Major John McDonald. Ian is also one of our talent acquisition sergeants. Thank you also to Kelly Prasad, a member of the Chief Ceremonial Unit, who is also the Executive Assistant to the Director of People and Culture. As you may suspect, I'm highlighting these two members to again emphasize the diversity of roles and opportunities that exist in our service. And on the subject of diverse roles, I would also like to thank the voiceover cop, Constable Sean Shapiro, from Traffic Services for live streaming today's event over social media on the Ask a Traffic Cop show that has over 660,000 followers. I would now like to introduce our honored guests and thank them for attending this morning in support of Police Week. Representing the Honorable Michael Kersner, Solicitor General of Ontario, Member of Provincial Parliament, Graham McGregor. Toronto Police Services Board Chair, Ann Morgan. Chief of Police, Myron Demkew. And President of the Toronto Police Association, John Reed. Sorry, John, I couldn't see through there. I would also like to welcome And also I'd like to acknowledge Toronto Police Association Directors, Jason Thomason, Clayton Campbell, and Pete Grande. Thank you to all of our honored guests for attending today and showing your support for Police Week in Ontario and Toronto. Please give our honored guests a round of applause. This year's theme for Police Week is Join Policing, Keep Ontario Safe. The Talent Acquisition Unit at the Toronto Police Service works incredibly hard all year round to promote this message in our community and to prospective and future members. To my right, that's your left, is just a fraction of the many diverse career opportunities that are available to employees of the Toronto Police Service. Whether the position is uniform or civilian, we pride ourselves in the inclusivity of our service. Today's diverse representation of our members is meant to inspire women in our service and community. Remember, we are hiring. I would like to begin with a land acknowledgement. We acknowledge the land we are meeting on is traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. May I now ask Parking Enforcement Officer Tanya Douglas to come forward. If you are able to, please stand for the national anthem. May I ask uniformed members who are not on the staircase to come to attention and salute with headdress. If you are on the staircase and you feel safe to do so, you're welcome to salute with your headdress. Thank you for standing.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Beautiful as always. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. And at this time, may I ask members on the stairs to my right to return to their seats as we continue with our Police Week kickoff event. Thank you to each of you for representing your unit today, your unique position, and, of course, women in policing. Please give them a round of applause. As part of today's kickoff, I would now like to invite our honored guests to speak. May I first welcome MPP Graham McGregor to the podium to share words about Police Week. Round of applause, please.
Good morning, everybody. It's good to be here. Was it Tanya that did the O Canada? Let's give her another big round of applause. My name's Graham McGregor. I'm the MPP for Brampton North. I got elected about 2 years ago. I was recently appointed by the Premier to be the parliamentary assistant to the Solicitor General about a month and a half ago. So I'm a bit new on my job. So I wasn't sure if we were supposed to clap right away for the O Canada because it was a police thing. I didn't know, but man, that was incredible. Tanya, you did a great job for our country and for all police, representing them very well across Toronto. I want to thank Chief Demkew and the Toronto Police Service for hosting us today, as well as Anne Morgan, the chair of the Toronto Police Services Board. And it's great to be here with John Reid as well, the president of the Toronto Police Association. It's an honor to be here on behalf of Michael Kersner, who's the Solicitor General. I'm his PA, but also on behalf of Premier Doug Ford, who is a major fan, not only of police here in Toronto, but all across Ontario. We, together with all of our partners, we've gathered to mark the launch of Police Week. I want to say our government, under the leadership of Premier Ford, has always had and always will have the backs of our police services across Ontario. And how could we not? You are the guardians of our society. For all of us without badges, if danger were to come through that door, we are to run away and get safe as quickly as possible. But for the brave men and women in uniform, when danger comes through that door, you are the ones that are running towards it. That takes a lot of guts, and I commend you for it, and I thank you for it. And I won't sugarcoat the fact that there are always going to be residents that you serve that look at you differently. This isn't a political speech, but there are some residents who will despise you because of the badge you wear and for everything that that badge represents. These people know nothing about you. They know nothing about your family, your personal interests, your values, and they will despise you anyways. But despite all this, you put on your uniform, you put on your badge every day, you do your job, and you protect every single person in this province. To a degree, trust me, I get it. I'm a politician. But regardless of how people feel about those of us in public service, our job is to represent everybody anyways. And I want to reassure you all here today that while Doug Ford is Premier of Ontario, your provincial government will always have your back. He instills that into his team, and at a time when the noisy few say, defund the police, our government continues to put bills before the Ontario legislature that say, please fund the police. And progressive Conservative MPPs continue to pass those bills without fail. Today, we celebrate and acknowledge the brave men and women who have dedicated their lives to serving and protecting our communities. This includes our frontline police officers, as well as the many 911 operators and those behind the scenes administrative roles who are the backbones of police services. Ontario is one of the safest jurisdictions in North America because of the dedication of our police services and the trust and connections made with community partners in every part of our province. Your unwavering commitment and selfless sacrifice are the foundation on which public safety stands. For that, we cannot thank you enough. Police Week is an opportunity to reflect on and celebrate the contributions of the brave men and women across this province who protect our communities and keep Ontarians safe. This year's theme is Join Policing, Keep Ontario Safe. I guess bang on brand. We did a good job with branding. And it's a call to inspire a new generation to embark on a career in policing and walk the path towards a safer Ontario. Policing is much more than a job, it's a selfless calling, a call to perform your duties to the best of your abilities and to put service over self. Because it's only when we work together that we create a unified force that stands resilient, unwavering, and committed to the safety of our communities. Our goal for Police Week is clear: to attract and recruit the best possible candidates for the job and to get more boots on the ground. Those who embody integrity, courage, compassion, and understand the responsibility to serve our communities. Those who have heard the call. As Parliamentary Assistant to the Solicitor General, I can say that the Ontario government has your back and the backs of everyone who works to safeguard Ontario. Public safety is a top priority. Tools, training, and resources you need to do your jobs, or simply being a public teacher, a public cheerleader, telling Ontario residents what a great job you do every day. I said at the start, it takes a lot of guts to do what you do. Politicians should have the guts to support you while you do it. Your provincial government admires you, commends you, thanks you for your service. Let's continue to work together to keep Ontario safe. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. At this time, I would like to call up Chair Ann Morgan of the Toronto Police Service Board to highlight Police Week. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Good morning, Honorable McGregor, MPP, and now from Brampton North, that's at the Shiride, Parliamentary Assistant to the Solicitor General, Chief DemQ, TPA President John Reid, and all the other distinguished guests. On behalf of the Toronto Police Services Board, I would like to welcome you all here as we kick off and celebrate, and I note the word celebrate, this year's Police Week, a very special and important tradition. It's an important week because it's important that we celebrate all our folks who work for the policing service, including the folks that we hope as new recruits in these very challenging and sometimes negative times. So for all you presently, and I look around and I'm still in awe of the folks who work here, both civilian and uniform. I'm joined by my colleague, Dr. Doobie Cannon-Gisser, Sherry Chapman, who's my EA, and also Ann Arthur, who has a long title, but she's the new Doobie. So it's so. And this year, our theme is, as Graham indicated, is Join Policing, Keep Ontario Safe. The theme encourages folks to consider a career with the police service, uniform or civilian, demonstrate the value, fulfillment, and diversity a career in policing has to offer. And it goes without saying, but we often have to remember what kind of a noble profession it is to actually have all of you, keeping our city safe and allowing us to go to sleep and sleep restfully at night. And it's imperative that our police services are truly representative of the diversity of the communities and that we make outreach initiatives a vital part. The board very much supports the efforts of the Toronto Police Service to attract people from all nationalities, backgrounds, walks of life, value systems, and to consider a career with the organization. I could tell you that when I first became the chair, one of my absolutely most proudest assignments was that I went out to the various graduation classes, parking control officer, auxiliary officers, special constables, and our cadets. And I cannot tell you how inspiring that was for me to see who is joining the force today and will become you folks, the folks of tomorrow. It also makes me so proud that one of my duties is I sign off all the approvals for the hires, including civilians, many civilians that do all kinds of incredible work, including very new initiatives, genetic genealogists, folks that work in technology. So I want to tell you how much the board understands and supports, and also supports that messaging of positivity this week. Our board is incredibly proud of the incredible work that the service does in partnering with Toronto's communities to deliver effective, intelligence-led, evidence-based data, and to give equitable policing services to all our people in the city. We see it every day, the dedication of all our service members. In fact, this week on Wednesday night, we have the police awards, and we'll be celebrating some of those folks. I want to thank everybody, both civilian and uniform, who actually commit and keep our neighborhoods safe, vibrant, and healthy. We are so proud of the service members who these days face, I think, even much heightened risks than of times ago, uncertainty, and they do their job with incredible dedication, just so that we can all be safe. The board and myself, we thank them for their courage and their compassion, for doing an amazing and outstanding job, for which I am so proud to stand here as the chair of the oversight body for Toronto Police Service. So with all of that, I'm wishing all of you an inspiring Police Week. I hope the discussions will yield new and creative ideas. And how about building the police and our public community so they can work together? And like I always say to every graduating class, let the force be with you.
Thank you, Chair Morgan. And before I introduce our chief, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the entire command team today at the Police Week kickoff. Our CIO, Colin Stairs, Deputy Chief Rob Johnson, Deputy Chief Lauren Bogue, and Chief Administrative Officer Sabina Dalibal. So thank you very much for attending today. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our Chief of Police, who's going to share some words about the importance of Police Week.
So good morning, everyone. And before I get into my remarks, I have to tell you, being the start of Police Week, I can't help but be inspired. I look around here, of course, and I see nothing but the heroes of this city who rise to the challenge each and every day to serve our city with courage, dedication, and compassion. So please, I think it warrants another round of applause to our incredible members. Thank you all for coming this morning as we gather to kick off Police Week. And before I go too much further, I want to acknowledge, of course, our honored guest, Member of Provincial Parliament and Parliamentary Assistant to the Solicitor General, Mr. Graham McGregor. We have, of course, with us the Chair of the Toronto Police Service Board, Anne Morgan, as well as Duby Kennan-Gesser, Doctor, Executive Director of the Board, and Board staff. Thank you all for being here. And Toronto Police Association President John Reid and a number of directors. Again, thank you all for joining us on this important day kicking off Police Week. It's a great pleasure to have you here. Police Week in Ontario has been celebrated since May of 1970. In addition to being an opportunity to highlight the incredible work of our members, the work they do every day to respect, serve, and protect our communities, it's also an opportunity to celebrate community partnerships. We all know that safety and security of our communities depends on residents, community organizations, government agencies, all levels of government, and the police working together. And we are pleased to have so many people and organizations working with us on public safety, crime prevention, and community engagement initiatives. One of the ways we celebrate the partnerships and relationships with our residents during Police Week is by welcoming you into our space. Beginning this past weekend and continuing into the middle of June, several of our divisions are hosting community barbecues and open houses. Please take this opportunity to visit your local division to meet our members, both civilian professionals and police officers. As you have heard, this year's theme is Joint Policing, Keep Ontario Safe. Our civilian professionals and police officers play a key role in community safety, and we will be using Police Week to launch a new recruiting video you may have seen on our social media channels. So whether you're interested in a civilian role or you want to be a police officer who is willing to run towards danger to help those in need, we encourage you to consider a career in policing, and specifically a career with the Toronto Police Service. Entering a career in public service, especially in public safety, is noble. It is challenging, and it is rewarding. Now, I'm slightly biased here because becoming a police officer certainly was a dream come true for me. And being a police officer, being your chief, gives me the opportunity to serve the communities that I love and to protect the amazing city where I grew up and the city where I raised my family. There has never been a better time to join our service and work with our communities to ensure we are harnessing new technologies and analytical capacities that better address the needs of Torontonians, and to take an active role in public safety to help us shape a better future with our communities. It is essential that our recruiting efforts also work to ensure that our membership is representative of the communities we serve. To achieve this, our talent acquisition unit has implemented strategies to enhance diversity, including targeted recruitment efforts for underrepresented communities and demographics. These include initiatives such as the Indigenous Candidate Program, virtual general information sessions, women's only general information sessions, and job fairs to introduce people to the many career opportunities available within the service. I want to acknowledge and thank the members of our talent acquisition unit for all their great work in recruiting and onboarding top talent into the service. Our community partnerships and engagement unit and talent acquisition unit are promoting recruiting on social media throughout this week. You can follow their content using the hashtag JoinTPS. In closing, I want to thank you for making time to be here today with us. I'm honored to have come out to help launch Police Week, a very important week for us in the year. And I especially want to thank each and every member of the Toronto Police for your work each and every day, keeping our community safe. We've asked a lot of you, particularly over the past several months, and even in, and especially in, challenging circumstances, you have consistently met and exceeded all expectations. On behalf of the entire command team, which I'm absolutely privileged to be joined by today, I want to reiterate that we truly appreciate you and everything you do each and every day. Please continue to look after yourselves and each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And finally, may I welcome John Reid, President of the Toronto Police Association, to share the importance of Police Week.
Good morning and thank you. Before this week is actually about recruiting and having people join the police service. Before I talk about that though, I just want to acknowledge the men and women here in this building, across this city, that are out there 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, keeping the city safe. You guys do an amazing job. My hat goes off to all of you. Our board of directors is here to support you as I am. And a round of applause to all of you. So thank you very much for the introduction and for including the Toronto Police Association in today's event. I know we're here today to celebrate Police Week, and this year's theme is Join Policing. I know this is an excellent opportunity to encourage others to apply for the Toronto Police Service. Certainly you will hear a plug or two for the recruitment efforts. But as an association representing more than 8,000 civilian and uniformed members of this police service, I want to take my time to share with you what it really means to join policing. For me, it means having the best job anybody could ask for. Even after 35 years in this service, I still think it's the best job in the world. It means standing beside the members who are here today, the women who represent the best of our service has to offer. They are professionals. They're mentors inside and outside of this organization. It means standing beside the members who are out on our streets, in our cars, on bicycles, on horses, on motorcycles, fixing cars, analyzing data, investigating crimes, and countless other duties that keep our community safe each and every day. The pride our members take in their job and each other is second to none. When you apply to Toronto Police Service, this is what awaits you, a family. I promise it will be the most rewarding career you could ever hope for. You'll be represented by an association that will have your back and appreciates the work you do each and every day. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Well said. In support, and now for the final focal point of today's kickoff event, in support of Police Week, the Toronto Police Service is debuting a brand new video from Talent Acquisition that celebrates our service members and showcases some of the outstanding work they do every day. It is hoped that this video will inspire, motivate, and attract our talented community members to a career in policing and the policing field. Thank you to the team at Talent Acquisition and Corporate Communications for all of your work on this project. May I ask that you turn your attention to the screen on my right, that's your left, for the screening.
Your future career starts with a vision. A vision of opportunities ahead, where you can see a path to a noble career, serving the city of Toronto. Where do you see yourself? Toronto Police Service. Apply today.
Well, I think we all agree that's a very inspirational video. And again, thank you to everyone who worked on that project. And we're excited to get that out in social media. And that concludes our Police Week kickoff event here at headquarters. I would like to thank Sergeant Wendy Drummond and the teams at the Community Partnership and Engagement Unit and CorpCom and Talent Acquisition for really collaborating on creating today's kickoff event. Finally, I would like to thank everyone who attended today, our community, our honored guests, and those who represented their unit and career path at the Toronto Police Service. So happy Police Week. Thank you, everyone. Back to work.
So great. Best
Okay, we got a couple minutes until I will start talking
Have somebody there?
about the things right here. Yeah. As soon as we get my microphone off the stage, we'll be able to do it. Apparently this microphone is low. I gotta make an adjustment, but give me a second. We'll watch that other video again, and then we'll be right with you to take this into a sort of a podcast form.
Your future career starts with a vision. A vision of opportunities ahead, where you can see a path to a noble career, serving the city of Toronto. Where do you see yourself? Toronto Police Service. Apply today.
Okay, I have multiple microphones on. We're going to scroll around and get ready to talk to some folks. Now, between one of these microphones, we should have audio. I want to change the levels. Give me a second. I wish there was a great video you could watch for 5 minutes. So I have anything plugged in? I have music. Doesn't count. We're still live, right? What I'm waiting for, yes. I'm trying to change the volumes. We're going to set up over there and we're going to switch cameras. And we're in a transitional period. Which one? It's too low. I just raised it. So now,
Anything I can help you with?
we're still live.
Good. A little choppy, but it's okay.
Which part? Just right now? Yeah, right now we're having a bit of an issue. So here, we're going to to this one. That's the main feed. And let's see what's going on. Can we hear me now? Can you hear the audio? What's the audio now? Still low? Which one are you're looking or hearing? Because this is do we have the microphone turned off? Let's see. No, everything should be. Hang on a second. We got stuff going on here. Can I give this to you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, maybe I can turn this
See
up.
if I can help you out.
Yeah. Radio Shack needs the help for sure.
I don't know if it's a mic issue or what the.
Well, right now you're live, so whatever is happening, you are live.
Yeah, no, of course. That should be.
Okay. Looks all right, according to Andrew Kane. Hear and see you fine, according to No Talota. Okay. Paul says better. Okay, good, because lots going on here. So we're going to line up a few officers to speak with. I don't know if this microphone's going to be best or this microphone's going to be best. And let me see what I got going on in my ear. Sounds a tad muffled. Which one? this microphone or this microphone. Either way, this microphone's actually pretty good. It is noisy because we have 900 people here. Okay, 900 might be a slight exaggeration. Now you got good audio. This is a delay. It's about 15 seconds. We're all wondering, why is it not perfect? We want it to be perfect. So yeah, we're still streaming, and if anybody wants to come up and talk about their career, someone's coming. We're gonna get somebody. But it's exciting to be at headquarters for Police Week, and it's so outside of our normal Ask a Traffic Cop sort of vibe. You know, we do this thing where we answer your questions all the time, but this is very much about careers and recruiting, as opposed to the regular, talking about whether or not you're going to get a speeding ticket, whether or not you're being safe when you're out on the road. Either way, if you've got questions, let us know. Akela says the lav is good, lavalier mic, and then I've got the mic in my face. Either way, you got two streams. That way, when I talk to someone like Giancarlo, who's standing right here, we can say, what's up?
Good morning. How's everyone
There,
doing?
you can hold
happy
this.
to
I
be
don't,
here.
I don't need to do the reporter thing, right? This is
We're
the
not
camera up here, though.
Up here.
Yeah, you can see yourself there. It really is confusing, but it's meant to do that.
Of course.
It's meant to be confusing.
No, it's actually good. So,
Before you talk, I'll be right back.
I don't know what to say. So
You don't know what to say. That's right. I just realized as we're weaving through, I'm like, I left my coffee somewhere.
It's not my thing.
I left my coffee, and you can hear me as I wander around talking about. I left my coffee over there, and I was worried someone was going to steal my caffeine.
I was worried they let me high and dry over
Yeah,
here.
you was just panic. So, how long have you been a member of the Toronto Police Service?
Myself, I've been a member 18 years now, going into
18?
going into 19. So I am part of traffic. I was looking into what I was going to do here at Traffic Service. So I'm the planner. I do anything from planning the ride spot checks. I take care of the grant that Toronto Police Service gets every year. So I decide on who's working that, where they're going to be set up, and all that good stuff.
You're part of the magic.
I am.
But you've done a lot of things. You used to be with VZET.
Correct. That was Division 0 enforcement team, so that was a lot of fun. Did that for about 2.5 years when they first started with the Toronto Police Service. That was awesome. That was probably what I really enjoy traffic. So that was one thing that I was driving undercover Dodge Ram actually, and it was a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff and getting people.
Does the public like or dislike the Dodge Ram?
Well, man, I think it's a 50-50 mix. Yeah, so they're getting caught, they hate it, but the people that see us enforce, they love it. So it all depends on.
And that's a funny thing. We talk about traffic enforcement. Not everybody appreciates getting a ticket, but the public definitely loves the fact that we're out there calming drivers down, slowing down roads and road use to make it safer for everybody.
For sure, no, definitely. And in saying that, you do have the people that understand that why we're out there doing the work that we're doing, right? People that, I just got a speeding ticket, that's great, but then they don't understand what on the flip side, what happens, right? Injuries, death, just because of people that are impatient, that are doing things they shouldn't even do.
And we actually get tons of complaints and requests for us to attend specific areas in the city because there's concerns, because they want us there to slow people down. I love the people who accuse us of doing this because, there's a free toaster in it for us if we get a certain number.
My daily limits, I think I was told many times, did you hit your quota today? And I'm like, I'm almost there. The next one's going to hit
9,000 per day. There's no quota, folks. But I do love it. The allegation that there's a quota, it's just we're so good, we're so efficient. There's an assumption one must be hitting a goal. What do we got this? Hey, we got Peel Police 11 Division who says, great job. What'd they say?
I don't know.
Have him talking to your caller. Oh, you're not speaking directly enough into the microphone.
Oh, no.
It works. I
better?
heard you. Yeah, okay. But if he says speaking to my caller, Carlo's mic isn't working. It is working, but is it not loud enough?
Maybe not loud enough. I don't know.
Let's have a look. I'm going to try and adjust it because that's a good thing to know. I like the feedback. We got
test 1 2 1 2. Any thumbs up here right now? Any
volume
thumbs up?
30, power on. Okay, hang on. 28. Okay, so hang on. 30. That's pretty loud. I think that's pretty loud.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yes, that is a lot better. Not perfect, but better. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Speaking into the microphone.
Yes.
That is as loud as it goes. So whatever you do is up
Any
to you.
closer, I think I'm going to be eating it. So,
Yes, it is not good for you. Someone wants to talk about violence in the TTC. We really are the traffic services channel. So talking about what's going on in TTC would be speaking out of turn. We don't know. We're not involved with policing the TTC. There are obviously concerns about policing and crime everywhere. Safety is a serious issue, but we're not the right officers to address it. Maybe there's someone
not
here
address
who's
it,
part
but
of.
at the same time, if you ever see anything, say something. right?
Oh yeah, that's what
Definitely
police
call it in if there is something that doesn't seem, everyone is always like, oh, someone else is going to make that phone call. Someone else is going to make that phone call. Once you make that phone call, definitely help us know where we need to be.
And Andrew says better when he's talking into it. Okay, good. Not
I'm
perfect,
so sorry.
but better. That's Toronto Road cams. I see lots of people addressing your specific issues.
I am so sorry. Yes.
Let's see here. With lots of getting past the sound stuff. Looking for Toronto Police is a joke. It doesn't help the community, but would rather give tickets to speeders. So interesting. I want to put that on screen actually.
Do you have everything you need?
Well, I'd love to have someone talk about. You want to talk about the association and the wonderful career that you? Yeah, he wants to get off the mic. So just to address that, I was looking for it. Where is it? It is this. Well, okay, we'll leave Peel on screen. But the concept of that we'd rather give people tickets. No, we would rather have no one to give tickets to because we wish that no one would break the law and put people's lives at risk. So that's really the big thing.
Oh, that's 100% true.
There's no benefit to us. We don't get a bonus for writing tickets. It's really just about safety.
It's not us ruining someone's day. It's obviously telling people that they're doing things that they shouldn't be doing, right? It comes down to everyone's safety. Just because you are speeding extra 15, 20 kilometers over the speed limit, people don't understand how much of on the back end that causes, damage on, anything. Just even reacting to something's on the roadway. You got to make sure that you are following. There's a reason because of these speed limits, right? Because there's limits are for a reason to make sure you're able to stop in time, especially in these residential areas. I'm going to pass on.
You're going to hand over the mic?
I am definitely.
Okay, very good. What was this question? What are some courses you've taken while in the service? Okay, best course you've taken while you were on the service.
Oh man, anywhere from defensive driving to I've done reconstruction courses. That's a lot of fun as well. I've done media courses. I've done everything I need to done pretty much.
In fact, you used to do what I do in a different, slightly different version of the way we do it. But you were the guy.
I was the guy for the multicultural radio. That's correct. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun doing that stuff. I do miss it. I miss doing the one-on-one conversations. Just having the conversation with people on the outside. So it's always nice between two officers, but when actually the public actually asked me the question and doing these radio shows, it was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, we got to get you on the show more often. We keep talking about, we keep threatening that we're going to have him on the show more often. But that's awesome. Okay, we'll put you out of your misery.
Thank you very much.
I've got Jason Tomlinson, who is no stranger to Ask a Traffic Cop and all the things that we do. So he's just off to the side, and we're going to get him to come and chat because he's obviously a police officer first, now currently working in a role within the Toronto Police Association. But we'll get him in here talking. Now, Aiden had a question saying that how does one start in policing, or how does one start policing? Apply. Now, obviously, before you apply, you should do some research and know what's up. So go to www.tps.ca/careers, and you can get all the information you ever want to know. And of course, we're hiring. And now, not only are we hiring police officers, we're also hiring court officers, special constables, parking enforcement officers. We have all sorts of roles. We have civilian roles, which I can't show you today, but I have the ability to show you tomorrow. Hey, I got a microphone for you. I have a microphone that's clipped to me, so you can hang on to that. You should hold it. It's awkward when I hold it. But if you hold it closer to your mouth, because apparently no one can hear you unless you do.
All right.
I can boost this a little bit. I can give it a little boost. Hopefully this is not too much of a boost. You guys will have to let me know. But we're live over there, and the camera's on that side. But we're just talking about Police Week and recruiting and the fact that this is an amazing career, and it's a career with many jobs. That's the first time I said it in this stream, but that's really the truth. You can do so many different things, and you're a testament to that. You've done a whole bunch of things, and now you're doing another outside thing.
That's right. Our people are very diverse. They come from all different walks of life, and we want those people to be working in the ranks of the Toronto Police Service. And I've been fortunate to be able to work in many squads, including JFOs, which is a joint force operation with the OPP and several other agencies. I was able to work in the Vice Unit, the Divisional Unit, as well as work in the Community Response Unit. But ultimately, I ended up with the Toronto Police Association, and our responsibility to our members is to protect them when they're out there in the good faith execution of their duty, making sure that they are doing a great job out there. And sometimes we get complaints.
So of the things you've done in your career, what would you say is the most memorable or most fun or whatever comes up?
Well, the Rope Squad is an excellent unit, the JFO, and it's actually doubling in size now with all the new bail.
Okay.
Yeah, the new bail restrictions, and the numbers have increased to work for the OPP as well as 17 other agencies.
I did not know you were part of the Rope Squad. Were you there when it started with Steve?
No, I came several years after the fact. I was fortunate enough to be selected. It's a very rigorous process to get into the rope squad. I started originally with the fugitive squad, which is a Toronto-based unit that allows officers to be seen by the rope squad. And when you're fortunate enough, you get selected.
That's awesome. Any advice to people who want to enter law enforcement now? They're thinking about it. They're on the fence. What would you say?
Well, now's the time because we're recruiting. And if you have a skill set that you believe is something that can be beneficial to the police, and you have a call to serve, and you know it because you can feel it in your heart of hearts. If you have that call to serve your community, then I would say now is the time.
Now, it's funny you say that because if you've got a skill set, many people think you need to have some kind of qualification. You need to be a certain type of person, study a certain subject to become a police officer. And the truth is, whatever you study, whether it be, I was going to say knitting, but accounting, or medical, anything you have that's diverse, that's unique to what we have. Because we tend to have a lot of people that come from a specific set of courses. And then you've got these outliers, and they come with very diverse backgrounds, and they bring such specialized knowledge to our police service when they join. There's nothing that's off the table.
Especially in Toronto. We have so many different units that require technical skills and technical abilities. Look at yourself. Now, what you've brought to the policing community with social media. It doesn't matter what skill you have. There is a place for you here with the Toronto Police. And so I would encourage you, if you have that desire and you want to be a part of the community and a part of making your community safe, then I would encourage you to apply.
You want to jump on? We're talking about why you became a police officer. We're still live streaming. Or you're being yelled at. He's got places to go. Take care. I'm telling you, it's hard to get people to jump on camera these days. But and I totally ignored the last three things you said when I tried to pull them on camera. It is all about bringing people in, and not only about the role of police officer. Policing is more than being a police officer. There are special constables, there's parking enforcement officers, there's civilian roles, and we have many, many members that make it possible for us to do this great work as police officers only because of the support of the members who do not wear uniforms.
That's right. We are a big machine, and we are only as fast as our slowest ship. So we want high quality people coming in here, hit the ground running, and support our units so that we can keep our community safe. That's what we want.
Awesome.
We want the best of the best, and Toronto's the place to be.
So we need you to nominate somebody else to be on camera. Maybe the staff sergeant wants to talk about his career.
Hey, Mike, Staff Sergeant Mike, come on over. Sean Shapiro has some questions for you. Thank you very much for allowing me to
no, thank you.
Promote the Toronto Police.
It's my pleasure. I have a vested interest. I kind of like this organization. Staff, we're talking to officers and about their career, about what they've done. I'm going to tilt this down a bit because I got to weigh up. But I wanted to talk to you, and I can give you the microphone, to talk about your career path, what you've done, and talking to people who may be interested in joining this magical career. And I say magical because I've never had more fun in my life. This has been the best thing since sliced bread.
No, absolutely. I can't agree more, man. This has been the most rewarding thing I've done in my life. Probably the thing that I value the most about being a police officer is just the personal growth and development. You know what I mean? Just the experiences, the life experiences I've had over my career. And just working with the incredible people that I work with, right? I honestly put police officers on the highest pedestal. I really do. And so I serve with pride with all my fellow officers. I've had a 24-year career. I started off at 31 Division.
Nice.
Spent 14 years there. Spent the last 10 years at 41 Division before coming up to CPU. So I was a neighborhood police officer before I came up to CPU. And that right there was probably the best decision I ever made in my career.
So many people don't realize. I think my iPad was giving it some. It was not cooperating, but we are back. So if it kicked out, and I don't know when it kicked out, so apologies. But we were just saying what we were talking about, the neighborhood policing program or the neighborhood officer program, and what that's about.
So the neighborhood police officer program, we have 158 neighborhoods in the city, and of that we have about 58, I believe, designated neighborhoods that we serve through the neighborhood community officer program. And so what that is, every neighborhood has 4 designated officers designated to their communities, right? So they're serving their community, and essentially it's boots to the ground policing. It's old school policing.
They're building relationships. They know their community. They know the people in it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where we lost that, but we're having technical difficulties, which is probably a sign that we should shut it down. Because as much as I'd like to keep going, if it's not going to be consistently working, we'll shut it down. And then we'll be back tomorrow for Ask a Traffic Cop at 10 a.m. And I appreciate everyone who spent time watching us live. Apparently, we're 69 seconds out. I don't know what that means. I guess we're behind. But thanks very much, Steph.
Thank you, man.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too. Okay. Not sure what was going on, but it's definitely having technical problems. Don't know what the problem is, but it's always fun to find it not working. Let's see here. We got 29 messages. Just want to have a quick scan of what's going on. Are we looking for aviation engineers? Dre, what's going on, Jay? I don't know. I don't think. Maybe if we get some helicopters, aviation engineers, that would be great. Empress wants to know if there's job opportunities for women in their 50s with great resume. Absolutely, there are. 100%. It's never too late to apply. When I got on as a police officer, I had come from a career as a court officer, a special constable. And in my class, there was a gentleman who was 50 who decided to become a police officer. It happens all the time. Don't remove yourself from the realm of possibility. You can absolutely join the job. And there's other career opportunities if being in a uniform isn't for you. So check it out, www.tps.ca/careers. Let's see here. I want to see, is it illegal to paint a motorcycle helmet in Ontario? Actually, it is illegal. You would make that helmet no longer considered safe. If you modify it from factory, it's no longer covered by its designation. Having quick looks of stuff and things. Someone says triggers body camera. All right.
Isn't there a moose at TPS booth at headquarters?
There is a TPS. Let's close with talking to the moose. Okay, maybe talking to the moose is the wrong. We're gonna spin around. We're gonna come look at the moose because someone wants to see the moose. Oh, as I smack the TV with my iPad. All right, and here is the moose. He is in his natural habitat. I can actually take you guys for a tour of headquarters, not headquarters, but the museum. Is this a police station? This is headquarters. Samina says, always appreciate the help from TPS. Thanks so much. Can I join straight out of high school? I would have told you a couple years ago, no. It's actually not completely impossible now. Like, it's possible younger people are getting hired. So there we go.
Depends on your life.
Yeah, life experience really does matter. I should probably turn the camera facing me. Yeah, life experience makes a big deal, but it is possible. Used to be 34 was the average age. Now people in their 20s are getting, so maybe not right out of high school, but certainly sooner. Volunteerism and life experience is still a huge thing. Okay, dad joke from Michaela Draconis, and we'll end the stream there. Dad joke. For his birthday, I got my son an alarm clock that swears at him instead of beeping. He's in for a rude awakening. That's pretty good. Here, I'll put it on screen for everybody. Chase, hey, welcome, Chase. What's going on? Says Chase says he loves the museum and he has to plug into the 808. I should go and check out the 808. 808 is the gift shop. I wonder if they have any good swag. I like the swag. I wear the swag. Let's see here. What are the actual? Oh, someone wants to know what the actual pullover speed is on the 401. Is it more than 20 over? You shouldn't be speeding. There is no safe zone. Anyone who's breaking the law is eligible for a ticket. But it's up to the officer as to where they draw the line. All right, with 3% left on my iPad, I should sign off for real. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be back to do Ask a Traffic Cop all over again. Of course, this wasn't really Ask a Traffic Cop. This was a variation, a strange and amazing opportunity to hear from the chief and talk about stuff and things. Have a great day.